My name is David Lear and I run a publishing company called Firestone Books. In this video I'm going to be discussing printers and specifically print on demand. Now traditionally, perhaps 20 or more years ago, if you wanted to print books you'd probably have to print them in batches of 100 or 1,000 to keep the costs of the books down per book. So you might print 1,000 books for £1,000, so it's £1 per book, which is very cheap. And then you can sell them for £6 or £7 each, and you'd make some money. Of course, that is all assuming that they sell, and of course they may not sell. And in many cases they will not sell, and you'll end up with a big pile of books that you'll have spent a lot of money on, that you can't move, and that you probably just have to destroy in the end. So in recent years, there's a new form of printing that's come about. It's called print on demand, and there's a clue in the title, and it means that books are only printed when a customer requests a copy of the book. So a customer may go onto Amazon and purchase a book, and if it's print on demand, then the printer will print off a copy for that customer and post it out to them. Of course, it's a bit more expensive than printing off 1,000 copies of a book. When I say more expensive, I mean more expensive per book, but it may be cheaper in the long run because you're not paying for 1,000 books or 100 books to be printed up front. And when I set up my publishing company, I used print on demand, and I used something called CreateSpace, which was really good, but it's now defunct and it's been replaced by Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP for short. I'll put a link into KDP below. Now with KDP, you pay about a penny per page, and you also pay a 70p fee for the cover. So if you have a 200-page book, it'll cost you 200p or £2 for the pages, and 70p for the cover, so that's £2.70. If you sell the book for £10 on Amazon, Amazon will take 40% of that, and they'll give you 60%, so you'll take £6. But of course there's the printing fee, which is £2.70, and that'll leave you with £3.30. So every time a person orders a book, you get £3.30, and there's no upfront costs. So you just get money in without any risk of losing lots of money. Had I not done KDP, or CreateSpace as it was really, back in the day, then I'd have probably lost thousands and thousands of pounds printing lots and lots of books that never ever sold. Okay, so they did sell in very small quantities, but I'd have been stuck, I'd have been lumbered with big piles of books about the house, and I'd have lost loads of money, and I'd have quit. Almost certainly I'd realise after publishing the 10th book, 20th book, that I'd have lost £10,000, £20,000, and I'd have run out of money. With print on demand, that doesn't happen. And okay, books may not sell, and my first 20 books probably didn't sell particularly well, but I kept going, kept printing more books, and in the end I discovered that certain books sold, and I tried to figure out why, and then I started making money. I sort of followed the money. I followed the books that sold. I ignored the books that didn't sell. I didn't care about those very much. And gradually I've managed to grow my business. And now when people come to me and they want 200 books for their school or whatever, then I'll go to a traditional printer and I'll get them to print books because it's cheaper than going through KDP, through print on demand. So I have a mixture of print on demand and traditional printing, and it works very well. So my advice is, if you're new to publishing, don't go to a traditional printer and ask for 1,000 books or 100 books, because you'll probably end up with lots of boxes of books stacked in your bedroom or wherever, and you'll be stuck with them. So go down the print on demand route first, and if the book starts selling, then yes, you can think about going down the traditional route of printing books. And that's it. That's my advice, and I'll put some links below. So thanks for watching, and please do subscribe, please do like, and thanks very much.